Those days. I remember those days.
Hello, Vinyl community. This is Tommy, and welcome to another musical adventure. Today's adventure is a response video. Chris Propfe, Musically Obsessed, great channel, great guy. If you don't know him, which I'm sure you all do, go to his channel. I'm going to put a link to his channel down in the description here. So go click on his channel and subscribe. Hey, if you're here for the first time, second time, third time, whenever, and you haven't subscribed to my channel, here's your chance. Subscribe. Do so. So Chris did for the Thanksgiving holiday, which we are here in the United States that we celebrate. And a lot of times during Thanksgiving, we like to talk about things that we're thankful for. And Chris's idea was a Gimme 5. It was give me 5 albums that you're thankful that you own in your collection. It could be a CD, it could be a record, it could be a cassette, whatever. 5 things you're thankful that you own. Now, they don't have to be necessarily the most valuable thing. There could be some sentimental value to it. But they're 5 albums or 5 things that you are thankful to own. So if you haven't done so, jump in on this thread and do a video yourself. And so if you do a video, you do a response, make sure to let Chris know, but also let me know. You can put it down in the comments. Comment. I like comments, so I appreciate everyone that takes time to do it. Without further ado, here's the Thanksgiving Gimme 5 things that I'm thankful that I own. And a couple of them I thought a little bit about, and there's going to be a little bit of backstory to some of these, but the first one is Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. Yeah, okay, everybody owns this, right? This is the mono edition that came out a few years back. I'm not going to take everything out here, but I have all of the Beatles in mono, which I'm very thankful to have all of those Beatles, but Pepper in particular. For the longest time, Sgt. Pepper was a sort of a grail of sorts, especially the mono mix, and I was told forever that you haven't heard Sgt. Pepper until you've heard it in mono, and it is a revelation. It was to me the first time I heard it, but not only is this a landmark album, and it's great, I don't know if there's a glare on it or not, but this is just one of my favorite albums. But to have the mono one, very, very cool. Another one here, and there's a little bit of a backstory on this. The Michael Nesmith radio special. Now, those of you who follow my channel pretty regularly know that I am a huge Michael Nesmith fan. And what this is a... Well, it is exactly what it says. It's a radio special. Steve Seaweed from KSAN in San Francisco did this interview with Nez in sort of preparation for or in promotion for the release of Infinite Rider on the Big Dogma, his 1979 album. And Pacific Arts, which was Michael Nesmith's label, put this out as sort of in conjunction with it as a promotional item. And what's cool about this, I mean, it's a great little interview with different segments. He talks about, among other things, sort of the beginning of the internet, which is very cool. He talks about how you can go on your television and order groceries, which was way ahead of its time in the late 70s. But Nesmith was a bit of a visionary. But the other thing, I mean, he talks about Jimi Hendrix. He talks about the Monkees. There's a lot of different things on here. And, of course, interspersed with songs from the album. But I bought this in New Orleans many years ago at a little bitty shop. I can't even remember the name of the shop. It's long gone. It was a very much a hole in the wall. It used to be down there in the French Quarter. My friend Sean, hi Sean, he probably can tell you the name of the shop. And if he wants to, comment down there and remind me. But it was this old man in there. He used to just chain smoke. It was just crazy. And he had just floor to ceiling records and everything. This record sat in there, this copy of this. And it was a little bit pricey, and I'd go in there, every time I'd go in there, I'd pick it up and look at it and go, I really wanted it. And finally, I pulled the trigger, but the younger guy that worked there, he kind of grabbed, he said, look, next time you come, I'm taking this home myself. The next time you come in here, this album's not going to be here. Of course, I know he was just pulling my chain, but I did went in and pulled the trigger, and I did buy it, and very glad that I did because I've never seen another one in the wild ever since. This is the only one I've ever seen, and glad to have it. Glad to have it. The other one is, and I could say this about probably about all of their records, but this one in particular, this is Big Star's #1 record. This is their first album, and this is an original copy on the Ardent label. One of my all-time favorite bands, all-time favorite artists, all-time favorite albums. This is a very, 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 very clean copy. I also have an original copy of Radio City. Not so clean, but it does play. But it's very cool. Again, these are albums I've seen in the wild, but they usually go for a pretty penny. They're usually not very cheap. Usually they're promos. There's a cutout right there, and then you see the notch there. But yeah, it's a great album, and just, this is one of the prizes of my collection. The next one is one of those sentimental ones. This is the Central High School Stage Band and Chorale, 1969. Now, why is this a prize collection? Central High School it was Central High School in Jackson, Mississippi. This is where my dad went to high school, and my dad was in the choir. And so my dad is on this album. His name is listed on the back cover here. Now, of course, it's just a choral record, but for sentimental reasons, because my dad has passed away. He's no longer here. But it's kind of just cool to have a record with my dad on it. And so I'm thankful to have it. And so, I've listened to it once. It's not the best in the world, but it's fun to listen to. And like I said, it's got my dad's name on it. So it's cool. So yeah. Last, certainly not least, the last album that I'm thankful to have in my collection is Brian Wilson Presents Smile. This is the 2004 recording. It is long out of print. I bought it when it came out, brand new. And I've seen one since, and it was actually at a good price, and I bought it. And my friend Sean has a copy now. But this music is so special to me, and I love it so much. This is some of my all-time favorite music ever written by anyone. But this is the sort of fully realized version of Smile. When Brian decided in the early 2000s he was going to actually complete it and put it out. And he recorded it with his band. So these aren't the original Beach Boy recordings. That came out a few years later in a box set. But the Smile that the Beach Boys put out was sort of reconstructed based on this. This is sort of the accepted running order and the accepted version of Smile. That is what it is. But I'm sure this will get reissued at some point. But it's very cool. I'm very glad to have this on vinyl. I'm very glad to have this in my record collection. Because it's not one that you see very often, but it's just great music. So there you are. Give me 5, Chris. Give me 5 albums that I'm thankful for. Well, there you go. So I hope you enjoy it. Comment down below. What do you think? Give me 5 of the albums you're thankful for. And like I said, they can range. They can be valuable records. They can be just sentimental records. A little bit of everything. And they don't even have to be vinyl. If you've got CDs, do that too. So happy Thanksgiving, everyone, as we enter the holiday season. I hope everyone is safe and have a great holiday season and just, enjoy yourselves. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.